Can you imagine being in your late teens, maybe even your middle teens, and having millions of dollars in your bank, millions of dollars in assets, and living life? So maybe you're past your teens, maybe you're mid-20s, maybe you're in your 30s, you could even be in your 40s. The 6 habits that I'm gonna give you guys today are not only gonna help you as a teenager, but it can help you if you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, hell, if you're 100 years old. This video is gonna help you out. It's never too late to get started on your road to just becoming an entrepreneur, becoming a millionaire. It's never too late. So in today's video, I'm gonna be breaking down 6 habits that helped me become a millionaire as a teenager. Let's get into it. So for habit number 1, this one is very, very important. I didn't eat. Now you're probably wondering what I mean by that. And I mean, I literally didn't eat. From the ages of 16 to about 19 years old, I didn't eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner. There was even a point where I literally weighed 13 pounds, 6 ounces. I can't even say that with a straight face. I tried. Obviously, I'm joking. Don't click off the video. This is a real video. Now, habit number 1 was using a certain percentage of the money I made for myself/fun. Now, a lot of people are very against using the money that they make for things that you would call fun, things that don't make you more money. Here's why it helped me become a millionaire right off the bat. So imagine you're young, you're 18 years old, you're making some money. Maybe you're not a millionaire yet, but you want to be a millionaire by 19, whatever the case may be. I want you guys to imagine you're making all this money, you're working very hard, and it's extremely tough mentally. Well, as time went on, I decided, I'm gonna reward myself simply because if I die next week, I die next month, I wanna actually be able to say I had fun with the money that I made. That was 1. For 2, by spending money, getting nicer things in life like this Louis coat or the 30K Rolex, whatever the case may be, it's gonna motivate me because I want more. Understanding that, hey, I bought this Louis coat and it cost me 6K, but it took a little bit of a chunk out of my bank right now. But I need more. I love the way this looks on me. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel rich. I need more. So what it did is it made me strive for excellence. I knew that I loved the things I was buying, but I knew that, hey, if I'm not gonna make more money, I'm not gonna be able to live like this for long. And that motivated the living shit out of me. I was like, I need more cars, right? Like I had my i8 or I had my Camaro. I wanted a Lamborghini. I wanted a Rolls Royce. I wanted more outfits. I wanted more Cubans and all these different things. I wanted all these things times 20, times 30, times 40. And I knew in my heart that if I don't consistently make the money that I've been making, I'm not gonna get there. So rewarding myself along the way, spending a little bit of that money, maybe only 15, 20% of what I was making going towards fun stuff, I knew that that was going to be important for me because it motivated me to grind harder because I wanted more of those things, okay? Now, habit number 2 is very important, and it was mentally obsess over my future. Now, what I mean by this is constantly, no matter what I was doing, no matter what time of day it was, whether I'm eating, which I do eat, by the way, so joke in the beginning, very far-fetched. I eat every day. I eat plenty, as you guys could probably tell. But I mentally obsessed over my future. I couldn't stop thinking about where I wanted to be and how I needed more. I wanted a bigger house, nicer cars. I mentally obsessed over it to the point where it pretty much drove me insane. It was insane how much I thought about, I need a Lamborghini. I need this car. I need 10 million. I need 20, 30, 40 million in the bank. I obsessed so much that anytime I was doing anything in life, all I could think about was my future. I still do that to this day. It's a good habit, but it can become very stressful because it's like you can't stop thinking about the future. But it is a habit that kind of stuck with me and I used and I still use to this day to make even more money. Hopefully the next point is, billions, but I still to this day obsess over my future. But that's habit number 2 for you guys. Habit number 3 was just staying to myself. I had 0 friends. I didn't need friends. I decided that having friends, for 1, is overrated, and for 2, they're gonna bring you down. The friends that I did have at one point, and if you're watching this, I'm very sorry to say this, but you guys were fucking bums. It's not, and I would never call somebody a bum because of simply the money they have, but I call someone a bum based upon their mindset. Now, the friends that I had a very bad mindset. They would ask me for money. They would ask me to hang out, take pictures with them because I was blowing up, whatever the case may be. And these are not the friends you want to have. In fact, I personally don't think anybody needs any friends in their life. I know that sounds crazy. I don't need friends. I didn't need friends. Okay, now I have my wife. It's just me and my wife. But, even in the beginning, I just didn't want friends because they dragged me down. They really did. Unless they have the same mindset and they can become business partners, to me, friends, there's no reason for it. I stayed to myself. I grinded. I mentally obsessed over my future. And that's why I'm here today. Everybody's going to have different habits. Everyone's going to have different techniques to become a millionaire. Maybe one of your habits was having close friends who kept you in check. I don't know. But for me personally, 0 friends, stayed to myself, and I mentally grew, and I learned to just really keep myself company and obsess over these thoughts of becoming a millionaire one day. Now, habit number 4 is, it's a tough one to say, but it's absolutely the truth, so I do want to put it out there. Habit number 4 is looking up to people who are way ahead of me and kind of just, watching them live a much better life than me. When I first came up, I would watch people all over the world, whether it was Justin Bieber, whether it was, entrepreneurs like Grant Cardone, or any of these dudes who are that, no matter what they were doing, they were making millions and they were living an amazing life way higher above my standards. And again, this goes back to, me obsessing over my future and constantly trying to get better. It goes to the same aspect of getting there as all these different things. I mean, I was just looking up to people, and not even just looking up to people, envying people, feeling jealous of where they were. I made myself angry. You guys are gonna find out a lot about me in this video. I mean, a lot of my success comes from my feelings, my obsessions, my anger, my emotions. I used a lot of these emotions, this anger, to propel myself even higher. Now, what I mean by that, a lot of you guys out there are sad you're not making money, you're broke, you're depressed, you're angry, but you're not using the anger, you're not using the depression in the right way and using it to actually propel yourself into a better life. Anger, for me, it helped so much because when I was angry, it made me work harder. Seeing Grant Cardone with millions made me mad. It made me want that. Why does he have that and I don't? It made me work 10 times harder than I ever have, seeing people successful above me. And that's habit number 4. Now, habit number 5, sleeping on the concrete until I was filthy rich. Now, you probably think that I'm kind of using that as a metaphor. Maybe I'm using it as a way to describe how I slept. But when I say that, I mean literally I slept on the concrete. Like, I literally went in the garage, laid on the concrete, put 3 fans on, so I was freezing cold, and I laid on the concrete until I was filthy rich. I told myself, I don't deserve a bed, I don't deserve a blanket, I'm gonna sleep on the concrete with fans on me, ice cold, freezing cold. I'm gonna get sick all the time, I'm gonna be in and out of the hospital with pneumonia, my life's gonna suck, and I'm gonna do this until I'm filthy rich, okay? And that's what I did. For 2 years straight, I slept on the concrete in the garage until I was successful. I can't even say some of these with a straight face. Now, habit number 6 was dress and act the part. I might not have had millions of dollars. I might not have been the most successful person as an 18-year-old, but I was acting the part and I was dressing the part. I was using money to buy nice clothes. I had a nice car. And even though I wasn't a millionaire yet, I acted like a millionaire. I pretended I was a millionaire, and I put it in my mind, I'm there, I made it. Now, what that did for me is it made me want it more. Acting like a millionaire, tracking that energy, it caused something different to happen. It's something I can't really explain. I leave this one to God, but just trying to live that lifestyle really made me attract that lifestyle and get that lifestyle. Now, I'm not saying I'm manifesting anything or, yada, 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 because I don't believe in none of that weird spiritual shit. But I do truly believe in my heart that I, really thought that I was big, and I thought that I was already had everything. So it made me get everything fast. And that one's really hard to explain. A lot of people might not like, where I'm going with that, but it's just honestly the truth. And it's a habit that I had. I acted it and I got it. And that's really as simple as it gets. A lot of you guys are going to have different habits. Like, a lot of you guys maybe don't want to do any of these things. Maybe you don't like sleeping on concrete or not eating for 3 years. Maybe some of you guys, don't mentally obsess over your future, and that's okay. You don't have to participate in any of these habits to be successful, but I just want to show you guys the habits that I had that made me successful. Now, I know millionaires who had habits such as they didn't have a phone for a year. They didn't want to use a phone. I know millionaires that have had habits of, maybe they had a bunch of friends and they fucking all were rich together, and that was one of the habits they had, is working hard as a team. Now, everybody has different habits. These are my 6 habits and what worked for me, how I was able to become a millionaire as a teenager. And I really have nothing else to say. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want more videos like this, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I got more videos like this coming. And comment some suggestions on videos you guys want to see. I'll see you guys later, and peace.